Hi everyone, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here doing another Avacyn Restored Swiss draft. And we've opened pretty good rare here, Revenge of the Hunted. As you well know, I love green, and this is a pretty strong miracle. So I like this card a lot, and even hard casting it. I mean, you can pretty much wreck people with it. It's pretty strong. So I think I'm gonna just first pick that. Not a ton of good stuff in this pack, so I don't really expect to wheel anything too important. Pretty much guaranteed we won't get this Geist Trappers back. Yeah, maybe there's a chance we get the Butcher Ghoul if I pick up some black removal. Maybe there's a chance I pick up the Lancer. Not very likely. This card's pretty sure that's gonna get picked. I'm not really sure what we could wheel out of here that I would care about. Possibly the Wildwood Geist. But we're going to first pick the Strong Miracle. Be happy about that. Okay, so what's the follow-up pick? Well, Seraph of Dawn is a very strong card. Abundant Growth is still green. Croon Striker is a very good 2-drop. Thunderous Wrath, Banishing Stroke, Nearheath Pilgrim. There's actually plenty of good cards in here. Seraph of Dawn is very good. Nearheath Pilgrim, very good. Let's just eliminate some cards here and think about what I value the most. So I think the best cards in this pack have got to be the Seraph, Wrath, Pilgrim, Stroke. Those 4. And if I can narrow it down more, kind of want to decide what direction I want to go. Probably would rather do green-white than green-red. I just like getting joint assault when you're in a double soulbond color like that. I really like Pilgrim a lot. I think that's a strong card, but I think I'm going to go with the Seraph. I just like I like what the Seraph does the most, and I think it's one of the most powerful commons you can get. Alright, so follow-up pick here. Strongest cards in the pack. Probably maybe a Mass. Probably Demonic Taskmaster I think has got to be the strongest. And then maybe Amass the Components. And Crippling Chill's decent. Righteous Blow, Vorse Claw. I like Vorse Claw, I think it's good. Definitely as good with Revenge of the Hunted. I don't really like Righteous Blow all that much, but we do not have very much early stuff right now. I really do want to force green though. I just love being in green. I'm not going to be hard up for 6 drops though, I'm pretty sure. So I think I am going to take the Righteous Blow, which is typically a card I don't really like all that much, but if we don't end up getting much early stuff, it's going to be pretty much necessary. So strongest card in this pack is probably the Barter in Blood, Latch Seeker. Those 2. Wingcrafter actually is pretty strong too. I'm going to take the Nettle Swine and pick up another green card. Be happy with that. I like Nettle Swine a lot. It's a very efficiently costed beater. Okay, we got some more good blue stuff in here, but I don't want to go into blue. Just not quite feeling it. So I'm going to pick up the Abundant Growth, which is going to let me splash for something bomby if necessary. If I end up getting cut too much on green. Well, I'd still like to force green at this point, but it's still pretty early. I mean, we got 2 packs left, so you're always going to be getting cut on green. Okay, so not a ton of options for us here. Stern Mentor is very strong, but I mean, we're going to take the Gate Guard, get a 5-drop. He's a pretty good one. Actually, I like him a lot with Seraph of Dawn. This is already, I can see it working pretty well in the deck. He holds down the ground very well, too. And white's got so many flyers, it's just nice to have a big ol' 5 toughness creature on the ground. So, we'll take him. He's good. Okay, I like the Trick, but I think I'm going to pick up the Inquisitor. We're in the Soulbond colors, so still a chance I can get some Force Mages or Druid's Familiar or something, get lucky. So I'll pick up the Inquisitor. I think I'd probably get better use out of Call to Serve than Terrifying Presence. I'm pretty sure. As much as I would like to continue cutting green, I just value Call to Serve more. This card's very good, actually. Alright, well, we did wheel that Butcher Ghoul, but I'm not interested in it anymore, so I think we'll just pick up the Scrapper, which is actually a pretty decent 5-drop beater, especially if you land a Call to Serve on him. Alright, we'll take the Curse Break for sideboard. We're looking alright. This is a bomby card, so that's good. Seraph is good, Nettleswine's fine. Our picks are fine. Nothing like outrageously strong here, but we've got a decent foundation going. Looks like we're open up for a splash if necessary. Take another Curse Break, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a Layer Delve deck, so I guess I'll take Leap of Faith, but I don't really like that card all that much. I've gotten blown out by Predator's Gambit before, so I can hate that. I like Angel's Mercy for sideboard. It's good against the random, red-white human deck or red-blue human deck. Basically the one aggro archetype in the format. Ooh. Well, open a sweet rare on color and definitely worth some tickets, so pretty happy to pick that up here. Other good cards in the pack. I mean, I'd be very cool with wheeling an Angelic Wall. Let me see if I've got any synergies with this yet. Not really as of yet. I mean, we can re-Soul Bond, but that's alright. There's still, Timberland Guide would be like another cool card you could use with it and stuff, so. Restoration Angel, I mean, what, at worst it's a 3/4 flying flash for 4. That's pretty good. Tandem Lookout's very strong in this pack, and I guess there's not a ton else that's super strong in this pack, but we're going to take the Restoration Angel. Happy to get that. First time I've gotten a chance to play with it. So, here's a good target for it. Let's see what else we got in here, though. Spirit Away is a super strong card. Someone's going to have a very, very nasty blue deck. I guess it's good we have the double Curse Break, so I can be a little less fearful of that. Vorse Claw is good, but I think I'd probably prefer the Sanctifier. Allow us to get to our late game. Yeah, I think I'm cool with that. This is a good finisher, but I'll probably see another one. And Sanctifier is good for stalling. I feel like we're in a position where we can pick up more, like 3, 4, 5, 6 drops when I pick up a Sanctifier, so let's do it. Wow, third pick Druid's Familiar. Yeah, we're absolutely taking that. Nothing else even close, but Wandering Wolf would have been fine, and Borderland Ranger would have been fine as well, but nothing nearly as powerful as Druid's Familiar, so it's a good sign for potentially picking up some more green cards. Let's see. Human Frailty Splash, what, off of the Abundant Growth? I don't know if I like that so much. Righteous Blow is probably better for our deck than Defang, because we do actually have we have more ground guys than air guys, so I wouldn't get quite as much value out of it as I would like. What else? Human Frailty and Homicidal Seclusion are very strong. Do I want to splash for the Seclusion? I have a fairly low creature count. It's not out of the question that I would splash for Homicidal Seclusion, but I'm not sure if I'm willing to do that right now at this juncture. So I think I'm going to take the Righteous Blow instead. I don't really like Righteous Blow all that much, but it's fine. It's playable, of course, but Just based on my experience with it in this format, I haven't been overly impressed with it. So I'd kind of like to cut this leap of faith now. Ideally, I won't have to play that. What do we got? I think pretty clearly the Pathbreaker Worm here. He's a good finisher, and we're getting a decent amount of early game stall elements. So double Righteous Blow Sanctifiers bodes pretty well for getting your opponent's early game on lockdown. So we could just play sort of the stall game until we get our fatty mid game online. And Pathbreaker Worm is just really good. I like him. Okay, so we've got some good on color stuff here. I like Wandering Wolf the most, just because it's got very good synergy with the Druid's Familiar, and I guess there's still a chance I see another Familiar in the next pack, or a Force Mage or something. And Wandering Wolf can pick people apart pretty well, and it's more difficult to find the really good 2-drops than it is to find the really good 3-drops. So we'll take Wandering Wolf. Okay, so that's a pretty late Wingcrafter. Someone is definitely getting a good blue deck. Not a ton here for us, but I'd rather take a sideboard card than hate a card from an opponent, I think. So I'll take the Vanguard Shield. Not that Vanguard Shield is an amazing sideboard card, but it's actually proven to be pretty good in my opinion. Voice of the Provinces, cool with restoration. Wait, target non-angel. Alright, well that doesn't work. But we could get another Sanctifier. Could also get the Vorse Claw. Vorse Claw is going to have real good synergy with the Pathbreaker Worm, Spectral Gate Guard. Sanctifier does have good synergies with the Restoration Angel, buys us time. How much time do I need bought at this point? I'm not exactly sure. I might just want to get another finisher. So I think I like the Vorse Claw more than the Voice. One of these is going to be real good. It's definitely a legitimate finisher. Suppose I'd take another Vanguard Shield, just in case. Not really super impressed with any of these. I guess I'll take the Lumberknot, just in case I pick up a million Soulbond creatures somewhere. I guess Midvast Protector is on color, and Zealous Strike is good trick. Alright, so that pack was, besides the Restoration Angel, not super impressive. I mean, we're filling out our curve just fine. I'm just not getting the drops that I would like the most for this deck. But, I can live with what I've got right now. I would just, a couple more good value cards and a couple more good green creatures, and that would really solidify this deck as being good enough. I guess I'll take Ghostly Touch. I don't really care. What does this do again? No, someone can play that. That's okay. Alright. So, last pack here. Another white or green rare would be really, really nice. Let's see if we can get so lucky. No such luck, but that's okay. Lightning Mauler is an awesome card. Croon Striker's good. Stone Right's good. A lot of good cards for the red deck. Holy Justice Shear is, fine, but I think I would just prefer to have the Wandering Wolf get another one of those, which I like more. So I'll do that. Alright, so could just pick up the Archangel, which gives us enough finishers at that point to make me happy. Triumph of Ferocity is fine. It's actually good. It's just I'm debating whether I want another finisher. Archangel is so strong too. I feel like I can survive to the point of playing Archangel too. And once you land Archangel, they got a hard time dealing with her. She's pretty hard to deal with. I think I'm going to take that over the Triumph. I'm more inclined to play the Archangel. Excuse me. Alright, so we'll get a good 3-drop here since we don't even have one yet. We're going to take the Moonlight Geist. So, 2 more playables, and we'll have a fairly good deck. Midvast Protector is actually pretty good with the Restoration Angel. I like that synergy. I think that can make for a good trick. How else are we looking? Not a ton of interaction with the Wandering Wolves, which is a little bit of a problem. I would have liked some more. I mean, we do have the Familiar, and the Call to Serve, but not a lot beyond that. I don't like this card. I don't even have enough humans to justify it anyway, so I'm not going to play that. Passing another Barter in Blood, that's a little bit of an issue, but I think we'll go with the Howlgeist. I kind of wish I'd picked that other Sanctifier now instead of the Force Claw, since I'm getting enough finishers now. At that time I was worried I wasn't going to have enough finishers, but now I'm picking up pretty good ones. But we're still going to take the Howlgeist. Could be a little bit top heavy, a little bit more top heavy than I like, but that's a way I can get around that. I suppose I can pick up the Escort, just get another 1-drop. I don't like this card though, but there's not a lot else to really play here. I mean, Marrow Bats is something probably actually worthy of splash. The Abundant Growth is possible. This card's really strong. I like Marrow Bats. Yeah, I suppose I'll take the Marrow Bats. I don't want to play against it. I think it's really good. Alright, so now we get the Geist Trappers, which, I mean, we could get another Sanctifier too. That might be the smarter pick. Geist Trappers is amazing though, but Sanctifier is going to buy us the time we need to get our huge threats online. So maybe that's just better. It also has the better synergies with the Restoration Angel. I love Geist Trappers though. So good. Such a good card. I think I'm actually going to need the Sanctifier more for this deck since we have so much late game. Let's cut the Marrow Bats. Alright, so if I pick Sanctifier, our early game looks pretty solid now, I would say. Could get another Gate Guard. Could get a Sheltering Word. We have plenty of bombs I'd like to protect. Could take another Trick in the Zealous Strike. It also is cool on Wandering Wolf, lets you get in sometimes. We've got enough creatures for it. So Gate Guard, Defang, Zealous Strike. I don't really like Defang. Not for this deck. Sheltering Word would be good. There's plenty of things I want to protect with Sheltering Word that would also gain me a bunch of life. So I'm a little more excited to... I think I'd prefer the Sheltering Word. It lets me sort of split up, diversify what my tricks are. I can have access to more. It's not going to be like necessary that I have multiple Zealous Strikes. So, alright, sweet. Ended up getting a Geist Trappers anyway. I'm really happy about that. So now we can actually start cutting things that are less impressive. I think that I can probably cut Abundant Growth. I don't have a ton of double color stuff until late game that I need to worry about, so I don't think I'm going to need the cycle effect. I still want to run 17 lands in this. I think the one that's on the fence is the Midvest Protector, despite the fact that it is good with Restoration Angel. I'm just never really super impressed with Midvest Protector. Could get another big defense ground guy, but that's not looking great. But there's not a ton else in here that I really care about. I mean, Ghoul Flesh is going to be decent against our Wandering Wolves, but I don't really care if they use that either. I guess we'll take another Gate Guard in case I need to lower my curve or something. Alright, I guess we'll take the Snare of the Skies for sideboard, although I've never really sighted into that before. I don't think it's very good. Our deck looks pretty good. We've got a very good stall element at this point. I think 2 Sanctifier, 2 Righteous Blow is a good one-drop selection. I think our in-game is very strong. All of these cards are very strong. Our mid-game looks good. So it's just I would say our early game is where it's weakest because our strong game is very strong, but we still look fine. I've gotten blown out by this before, and I don't think I'm going to need a third gate guard. Which one am I most worried about? I don't really care about Grave Exchange all that much, so I guess I'll take Essence Harvest. I have lost to that card. It's embarrassing. None of these are very good. Guess I'll take the creature. And I certainly don't need a third one of those, but I don't need a second one of those either, but I guess I'll take it. And I'll take that. Alright, so we ended up going green-white, which is, you know, it's fine. Overall, I would say our deck, power level out of 10, I would say it's probably maybe a 7. I'd say it's about a 7. So let me put this together for you, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I very quickly built this, and last cuts to the deck were the Narstad's Scrapper and the Midvast Protector and the Abundant Growth. So this is what I ended up with, and I think it looks pretty good. I suppose you could, there's an argument for switching a Gate Guard for a Midvast Protector, because the Protector has better synergies with Restoration Angel and might let me get a big dude through, but I don't know. I just don't really like Midvast Protector very much. And I think Gate Guard is actually can hold down a lot of stuff on the ground and buys us time to get to our nasty 6 and 7 drops. So yeah, overall this deck's about a 7 out of 10. I'd say it's fairly strong. It's got a pretty good curve. It's got good finishers. Removal suit, not great, but usually isn't in this format, so I'm satisfied with this, so I'll see you around 1.